Good morning and welcome to Monday's Piece for Peace. Today we're going to take things a little bit easier and have a bit of fun. Over the last little while, people have been sending me questions, asking me things on the side, and I've collected them here. And so today, 5 questions, 5 answers in under 5 minutes. We're running out of time. Let's make a start. Question 1. Does time really heal all wounds? Well, yes, it does, provided we do something with that time that's very important. You don't use your time to hang on and hope for dear life that the situation's going to go, but you don't jump into problem solving too fast with the time that you buy. What you do is you take some of that time to take the pressure off your shoulders and replace that pressure with a voice of self-care and compassion. And when you do that over time, the pain and frustration of your situation begins to fade away like an echo. So that's how time heals all wounds. Question 2. Can you fake it until you make it? Well, that question and the answer to it is kind of tied to the first one. Because the answer is yes, actually. Positive psychologists say yes. When your emotional reactions don't mesh up with the way that you would like to rationally respond to a situation, then maybe, by changing your habits a little bit, you can condition yourself. And the conditioning works. When you respond in a way that you would like to emotionally react in a different way, you take some time to process that out, with a therapist, let's say, and you say, well, look, I did this, and I know that that was the right thing to do, but I felt like this instead. Why is that? And then over time, your emotional reactions and your rational responses, they harmonize better. And so that's how you fake it until you make it. Is it true that laughter is the best medicine? There's 2 reasons that I'm going to name today why that's true. The first is that the pain centers in the brain where we process pain and the centers where we process loss and grief, they're close cousins. So it's a fact that yes, loss and grief and change, that can hurt. So the positive endorphins that laughter creates, that eases the pain. But there's another reason. And it's this: it's impossible to laugh at something that you don't think is funny, that you don't agree with. Trevor Noah, the comedian, says, when you have a room full of people all laughing together, it's because they are in essential agreement. And so if you can find a way to laugh at your life, even just a little bit, not make fun of yourself, but find even the dark humor in it, it means that something inside you is sorting itself out in a very helpful and healthy way. Is it true that you should sleep on it? Neuroscientists will say yes. And here's the reason why. Your powerful emotions, they have a shelf life of less than 24 hours if you leave them alone and you don't feed them unnecessarily. And so if you go to bed and you get the rest that you need with the expectation that when you wake up in the morning that you will look at the problems that you have or the challenges that you have in a different light, chances are you will. And if you go to bed with that attitude, with the expectations that you'll understand things a little bit clearer, unconsciously your brain will start to do all the tidying up it needs so that in fact when you do wake up and you face your problems that have not gone away, you will do so in a light where things are clearer and what to do becomes clearer. And finally, what's the real reason that talking about things helps? Well, here is the reason for that. When we talk to each other, we think that most of what we're saying is happening in the moment, right? I'm talking to you, you're listening to me, this is happening right now, right? The answer is no, wrong, that's not true. What's happening is we're remembering things and we're bringing them into the fore and we're processing them now. But most of what's happening is happening in the past, whether it's something I remember doing 5 minutes ago or something I did 5 years ago or even 50 years ago. I bring it forward. But when I bring it forward, I can do something called reframe. And I remember things based on the importance I ascribe to them. So if I say that somebody said something to me, oh my gosh, that was really important, and I talk about it, and eventually I realize, no, it wasn't that important, didn't have a big impact on my life, I actually have a way to let it go. And that's how reframing works. When we talk about things, we pull things out of our past, we bring them into the future, into the present rather, and in the future, we let go of them. So, 5 questions, 5 answers, just over 5 minutes, got a few seconds to spare. Thanks for listening. Be blessed, be a blessing. Have a great day.